Already happened. So you can't open the garage and let everything out.
But you don't want to re-winterize it because a negative and a negative could equal a positive, and then it'd be summarizing it instead of winterizing it. What I think we need to do is winterize all the battery operated equipment, because that stuff's not going to work next year.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I've got Andy here with Cut and Clean Lawn Care. Real quick, guys, make sure you guys are subscribed. You hit that little bell thing right down there. For some reason, man, the YouTube's been messing up. Yeah. The views are all crazy. People aren't getting the videos, asking me where the videos are. So if you hit that little bell, you're gonna get notified. So today we're gonna do a quick video over the winterizing methods for mostly handheld equipment, trimmers, blowers, things like that, and even these gas cans. So the first process I'm gonna show you guys is using Stihl. So this blower still has some gas in it, pretty good amount. And instead of dumping that out, I'm going to pour some Stihl in that, and same with my gas cans that have gas in that. So that's gonna be our first process. What's the next process?
Next process we're going to do is something I've always done. There's a lot of fuels that are shelf stable. Stihl makes a moto mix, which is something I like to use a lot. It is a 50-to-1, and a product like this, you're talking about almost a 6 years shelf life unopened and 2 to 3 years open shelf life. And as a lot of you guys know, and it's something we struggle with here in Missouri a lot, our fuel is ethanol, man. We get a lot of moisture buildup in our fuel, so if I just went to the gas station, put 87 to 91 in a gas tank, it's gonna start breaking down and going bad within about a month or two, and that's not good for us.
So probably even if you guys, I mean, like Florida, man, I know people just run their equipment all year. They're working all year. Would you suggest probably once a year just doing that?
I mean, yeah, because it's going to help break up a lot of the deposits you have in there.
Yeah.
And even the 2-stroke oil you choose to use makes a big deal too, because I use HP, like Stihl's HP High Performance. It has a stabilizer in the oil already.
That's what I use. And also, you know, I think like G Packard or the Lawn Care Millionaire or somebody else watching or listening to was talking about how a lot of times when people are running crews that people aren't mixing it right. They're just, you guys are out in 100-degree weather. You've got people running around everywhere. If you guys have employees that are out there mixing stuff, it might not be right. So maybe to run the pre-mixed stuff from Stihl in your equipment once a year is definitely just gonna help. It can't hurt that, so.
Because I mean, I'm on board with that, because I'm definitely not out there with like a beaker and a scale, you know, making sure it's right, but I get it as close as I possibly can, you know. Exactly. So yeah, let's show you guys this process and some other stuff. Something else we can talk about when it comes to winterizing, we're not doing it in this video, but a lot of people will just run their machine completely out of gas. I've heard that work for a lot of people, but anytime I've ever done that with equipment, I've had issues with fuel lines cracking, things like that. They dry out, so it's just something I stay away from, and I just go with the moto mix stuff for now. So that's just what I do.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Now you don't know what to do with your hands, man. All right. Now. Gonna load this thing up with some Stihl. It's leaking out of the side, man. What the heck?
It's because you're not very good at pouring.
You're right. We're just kind of guesstimate, man.
It's all about guesstimating. And the good thing about Stihl is you don't have to be super accurate about it. It's just stabilizing the fuel itself.
Somebody wants you to be accurate about it on here, guaranteed.
Somebody's gonna say, hey man, you need to do it. But guess what? We're not telling you the correct way to do it. We're just telling you how we do it.
Boom. Guys, also, once you've done this, it's good to just go ahead and start up the machine and get that stuff running through the lines and the carburetor and everything. I actually did this with my boat. It's the same thing. You pour the stable in there and then run the machine or whatever, the piece of equipment, and run it, get everything going, and then so when that gas is sitting in there, it's the stable gas and not just the regular gas. That's my tip.
Now something I like to use, like I told you guys before, is a product that's a shelf-stable fuel, like a Stihl's Moto Mix. And I know there's other, brands out there that also make a shelf-stable fuel. One of the things I like about this, since it is a shelf-stable fuel, this can last you years. And I literally mean that, because I can just put a small amount in this. I don't need a ton by any means. We don't need to fill the gas can up completely. We just need enough in there to run this machine, keep some fuel in it. That way the shelf-stable fuel stays in it. You don't need to top it off at all. Just enough in there to go run it, get it in the carburetor, and be good to go. And that's why I enjoy a product like this, because once you're done with it, you put the cap back on it, you literally put it back in your storage, and whenever you're ready to use it again next year, it's good to go. Okay guys, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take both of these machines, both the BR600s, the one with the stay-bill and the one with the Stihl's Moto Mix, and we're gonna start them up and get them ready for spring, which is coming soon. I think he should have done this a little earlier, but either way, we're doing it now.
Hey, it's better now than never.
It's true. It is.
He's right. All right, guys, so now we're gonna start up these blowers and get everything running through the lines. So. All right, Andy, that was a ridiculous video.
It was fun, man.
But in all seriousness, guys, whenever you are starting up equipment, open up your garages. We thought we'd make a funny parody here with the smoke machine and everything. So be sure you have some airflow in here.
Because if you don't, it'll be exhausting.
Oh, get it? That was funny, man. That was funny. Okay. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys do this to some of your equipment to make sure it keeps running good, man. Everybody's always said, man, you take care of your equipment and it's gonna take care of you. So that is totally true. You don't wanna, the season to be starting up, you go to start up your equipment and nothing works, nothing starts up. So that's definitely not good. So make sure you guys take care of your equipment and do the necessary work to it. And that's it. Anything else, Andy? Make sure you guys subscribe to Andy with Cut and Clean Lawn Care. Make sure you guys subscribe to B&B Lawn Care. That's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you later.
Tip of the tongue, teeth, and the lips. Hey guys, now what we're gonna do, let's start that all over. Testicle, toes, wallets, and watch. All right guys, now we're on board with the
protesters,
the nodders. I call them the ones that aren't.
You're right.
You know what I like about Donald Trump?
What, man?
He's like a 2-stroke in a 4-stroke body.
What does that even mean?
For success.
There's no numbers. That means there's no limitations either.
The ceiling,
right,
is moving. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But and when this ends, it restarts because there's no numbers, right?
Like,
Dude.
I had a good friend tell me a long time ago. Good personal friend. He's like, Andy,
good friend, man.
You got one shot, one opportunity to seize anything you ever wanted for one moment. His name was Eminem.